Welcome.
Poopy pants.
What?
Oh.
Like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll get started.
Heck yes. Everybody doing good?
Is this community meeting brought to us by Raid Shadow Legends?
No,
NG Fuel, yes.
no, it's
G
actually
Fuel?
brought to you by Resonant Death Roll.
Be sure
okay.
to use our link and
Yes.
subscribe for more details. For legal reasons, this is not sponsored. It goes on YouTube, and then we start getting cease and desists. And they're like, we are not affiliated with your community. Please stop.
We were just memeing, much like your game.
Ah!
I'm not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice.
Katana wins flawless victory. Right. Cool.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, you know. Or something. So, I think... Are we just waiting on Mo?
I think we're all here. We can get started if everyone's ready.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for another one of our resident community and like sort of town hall guild meetings. We can start and get right into it. Got a couple things on the agenda for this month. Nothing too crazy. But for those who haven't seen it before, here's kind of some stuff we have about like kind of why we picked the name Resonant, and what that means to us. So, what the word means. Did that real quick. Yeah, usually we start these off with some appreciation and kudos. So yeah, does anybody have any off the top of their head that they want to fire off? Appreciations, shout-outs, kudos.
Kudos for everyone being here and being a part of the community and coming to death rolls and all the things.
I see Moku
Yeah, I
queuing
say
up,
it.
but I don't hear a Moku.
Yeah.
Oh, is Moku trying to talk?
Do the thing with the TV, Mo.
Mo did say earlier that he was going to be doing a few things, but would be here, and Morio would be, I think, taking his slide. But if that's not the case,
Yeah, no, we just saw him lighting up, so we weren't sure if he was trying to talk or not. You're good. It's all good.
I want to say I appreciate the guild, all of you, except for Gante.
Wow.
Mo says his mixer is down.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow.
He says he appreciates the raid team, fastest tier so far.
Yeah.
Something quack. I'm ad-libbing after his actual messages. He said ducks for life.
Yes.
I think he meant life.
Quack,
We love you. Happy birthday, Caesar.
Yeah, happy birthday, Caesar. Hell yeah.
His beautiful puppy.
Oh,
if you see in pics and media, it's Caesar's 10th birthday. So big woofs.
Hell yeah.
To our resident Golden.
Yeah, and
in the Big Kudos channel, it's always up. We used to only put them up before guild meetings, so if anyone has anything they want to shout out during the guild meeting, you could put it in there. And before we end, we could take a peek back in case something comes to you during the meeting. But from there, the most recent ones are from me, so I'm just going to shout them out in case anyone hasn't seen them. I wanted to say a big thanks to Helios for sharing their logs the past few weeks. It's been hard for Mo's computer to be able to log while raiding, and it just always like messes up. So really appreciate anyone who's shared their logs, but you've been doing it quite a bit, so thank you. And a big howdy ho, I don't know, words are hard, to Item, Nini, we love you.
Hi.
Vex and Morio, just for the positive vibes.
Yeah.
You all, whether we're playing vampire games or WoW, it doesn't really matter like what kind of content we're doing. You all are always around, like offering like sincere, like, and this isn't just these three. Like this is just like at that moment the three that had come to mind. So thank you for being you.
You're welcome. I try very hard to be me.
Yeah, you all are pretty great.
There he
There
is.
you are.
I was just waiting on my. I was like, right here. Appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, and like Mo was saying, like kudos everybody on the raid. I think we're still trying to figure out. We're still trying to get all of the like numbers and statistics put together. But like I know we had some where we had like 95 like execution parses on bosses like towards the end. So like amazing job. And we definitely appreciate Item, Morio, anybody else who's like been flexing a lot. We appreciate the entire raid, of course, but especially those who have been able to flex because it definitely makes firing off raid easier and more manageable. So thank you for being flexible. And thanks Morio and Moku for leading. Like holy shit, couldn't do it without y'all too.
We do what we do.
Yeah, speaking of, thanks to everybody who donated to the guild bank, whether you just showed up at death rolls and put good money in the pot, or donated like using the bank or put raid supplies stuff in there. We appreciate it. All of us sort of like working together makes it kind of keep flowing. So like we always appreciate that. Feel free to look at the mats. Like a lot of times I'll go up there and I'll like put in some mat, take out another, stuff like that. Take a pot, put in some gold. So appreciate that. Keep that up. And we've got death roll almost every Monday thanks to Chip. So that's another way you can kind of give back a little bit.
And thanks to Vex for all the gold.
Also, I kind of also want to say, since we're on the topic of like raid execution, I feel like the new recruits have done a good job at being solid recruits and being consistent and performance wise. I feel like it's important to highlight that because recruiting is a difficult process, and especially with Lycan gone now, I imagine leadership has had a problem with, filling that gap and stuff, but the most recent people that have joined us for this tier, I feel have performed well, even if they started behind. In some cases there were repeat players that jumped in with us that were behind, so to speak, in like the normal progression curve. Those players ended up being consistent in their performance, their attendance, and things like that. And I feel like they deserve some recognition as well. So the new recruits, whether you're still in your trial or were recently promoted to heroic or raider, you're seen, you're noticed, and you're pog.
Hell yeah.
You love to see it. You love to hear it.
Well, yeah, we'll have another opportunity at the end for a little open forum if anyone thinks of anything during. But hell yeah, appreciate all those. This is it's a really great community, and appreciate you all like making that possible, like making that be like making the community be this great. All right, speaking of the community, hey Chip, you want to take over for a second?
Yeah. Okay, hello, I'm Chip. I'm in game. So not much has changed. Basically right now all I'm focused on is doing the death rolls every Monday. We have them pretty much every Monday unless there is a holiday or something and nobody shows up, especially if Gaunt shows up. And so Monday 6 p.m. server, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can check out the rules. We have a lot of fun. It's a great way to help the guild bank and possibly make a lot of gold. Yeah, so please come to that. And I keep trying to point people out to the events thing at the top. It's on the left side. I have this little picture under the resident banner. There's a little thing that I always make the events, and so you can see a list of what's coming usually within the next month. And if you respond to them, it's very helpful, especially to like the community events and or to like the town hall meetings and things like that. So try to use those and just check to see what's coming up. And so again, I'm not sitting around thinking because I'm doing other stuff. I really haven't been playing WoW that much the past few months, but I still like want to be involved in the community as much as I can, and I will continue doing death rolls. But if anybody wants to do anything else, is like, I wish we could do some TMOG runs or some achievements or whatever, please just message me or post in the community events channel and tag me, and let me know, because I would be down to try and help get whatever going. Yeah, otherwise it will just be death rolls for now. I think that was, I just remembered about all my statistics that I forgot to get that together, but maybe I'll post them in community events. I'll like an update on, because I keep very detailed statistics of death rolls and like attendance and how much money we've donated to the guild bank and how much money has been given away. I know it's like over 3 million gold has been won this year alone.
That's awesome. Like,
and a decent amount has been put into the guild bank. So yeah, please join us. It's only like, we only take like 20 minutes and it's just, we have a lot of fun. And people who have at the end of the year, all the statistics at the top, there's going to be some prizes for, I don't know what they're going to be, but there'll be prizes for people. So like highest attendance, like the most times losing first or like dying first, and then the highest winner, things like that.
Awesome. Are we gonna do one tonight after this, or?
Yes. Yes. Thank
awesome.
you.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Immediately after this, so stick around and we'll do death roll. And if you don't know how to play, it's really simple. We can explain it to you in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, where are we hanging out in game right now, anyways?
It's probably wise to go straight to death roll spot for the sake of expedience.
I can't be in game because the OBS picks up.
Yeah, I have to stream, but I will see you there. Awesome. Thank you, Chip. Was that it? Yeah, do you want to cut you off there on accident? Yeah.
No, I think that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Exciting stuff. Look forward to doing another death roll tonight in a little bit. Awesome. Another quick little update about the tabletop shenanigans that have been going on. Avatar Legends is getting virtual tabletop support right now. I'm actually one of the people working on that. So the Avatar Legends games that I was talking about, those will be starting very soon. So I'll be reaching out to folks to get characters made and stuff like that here soon. So if you don't already have the tabletop role and such, or in that channel, to reach out and I'll make sure you get you in there as well. Also, just this weekend, Werewolf came out, so I'll probably be doing some Werewolf one-shots for those who want to try, fighting a war of rage against capitalism, basically.
Hell yeah.
So just some quick updates there. Do reach out if tabletop, game one-shots are something you're interested in, or like short games. So definitely reach out. Just a little update there. And then I will pass it over to our two raid leadership.
Hello, Mocha. I think Morio's around here somewhere. Nope. No, stop. Don't have a ton of updates in terms of changes. You go to the next slide. Don't have a ton of updates in terms of changes for next tier because I think our formula is going pretty well right now with recruiting up to 30 people, kind of seeing where our roster, who comes back, and then slowly cutting down to that 22 to 24 person roster if we want to hit some mythic. This tier, we didn't really get much mythic going on. I think I'm going to relate that to the speed of the tier and people just kind of burning out faster than normal. We had quite a few people who got AOTC faster than they would before, and also in turn then stopped for the season faster than they would before. So hoping next season's a little bit slower on the gearing, while it's really nice to get numbers really fast. It's really nice to have a raid tier that lasts. So we're going to do better next year, see if we can get a couple more than just one mythic kill. And then go ahead and go to the next one. Trying to burn through the statistics. Unfortunately, one of the people that stepped back was one of our main loggers, and I, like Vide mentioned earlier, I'm not really able to log with Warcraft logs live. So a lot of our logs didn't actually hit the guild, so I wasn't able to pull as much statistics as I was last year. But these were the statistics I was able to pull. Our highest ranked kill for the realm was normal Kazara at rank 21. Our average kill ranking was 85th, and that was 53 spots ahead of our last tier's average. I think we averaged, it was like 130 something last year. Went through, we found that we spent 9 hours total in heroic prog this season. That's less time than we spent on Razagath alone last season.
Wow.
Damn.
And our longest prog kill was heroic Sarkareth, which took 3.5 hours of pull time for us to get down. I think Sarkareth, it was like, or Razagath, it was something like 12 or 14 hours, something like that. I had a most improved player spot, but I was just going to leave this open to you guys because, you know, I think you guys all really did good this tier. There was a lot of people that came in and a lot of people that left, but overall, I think the whole raid tier did amazing. Everybody improved equally. And from what I could pull of our logs, we had 12 healers, 5 tanks, and 38 DPS tunes that joined our raid. And this can include alts, not just one person. So, but really, really good tier. Appreciate you guys all for being here. Next tier should be just as good. And I think I'm going to throw out a poll because we are having more and more people kind of falling off and the tier's kind of slowing down. Normally, I like to wait until we know for sure when the next raid tier is coming out or within 5 to 6 weeks, but might be putting out a poll today to see if we want to call raid until 10.2.
I think with the mid-season patch coming out next month, that the raid presumably could be expected either in October or November.
That's another thing that we're going to have to talk about because I was also expecting it to be coming at the end of October, and I will be gone for a month at the end of October. So when it comes to that, we'll have to figure that out together. But with that, that's all I got for Raid, Mario.
I'm gonna be revamping my role for next year. Probably going to coach people. If you need assistance, you can message me, DM me on Discord if need be. If you feel like you want to learn a little bit more about your class or you need more raid knowledge about what's going on certain fights, even just general game mechanics, I'm going to try my best to visually show you or anyone that wants the help. Especially with new recruits, when we get some people, we don't know how they're going to perform, and sometimes it's not the greatest, and it's just because they've never played the class, or they're new to raiding, or they're new to the game. So I feel like having someone that would be able to train, coach someone, need be, if they are interested and actually like performing better, I'm going to be trying to do that for everybody. So even if you know your class, and you're good at your class and you still have raid questions, ask me. Vice versa, if you are good at the mechanics but you think you need a little bit more training or help on your class, I'll be there to help you. That's pretty much it for my idea of my revamp.
Well, yeah, very much appreciate you stepping up for that. That's going to be super helpful. All right. And I think with that, we're going on to our last couple slides here. So yeah, so just to mention that for those who haven't heard already, we do currently still have an open call for leadership right now. So if you want to step up and help out with raid as a tactician, or help out more on the social or Discord end as like a POG, we definitely are taking that as well as so if people want to try to join council, or if they want to just be like a one of our like assistant, or like assistance raid leadership or stuff like that, or if you want to help us out in a way that we haven't really thought of yet, do reach out. We definitely appreciate like each and every one of you and all the stuff we do, like both in and out of game. So thank you, and definitely reach out if you're interested.
So for my side of things, I don't have a slide because there really wasn't much to be said that really needed as far as the slide goes. But something that I did want to mention, I did put an announcement out that I was going to be doing a Discord cleanup. So anyone who had not completed an orientation, had no application, hadn't been active in a long time, did get kicked. Anyone who was actually there was a lot of bots that were getting in, the bots got banned. But if you have any buddies that may have been kicked and still plan on coming back to the game at some point, you can send them an invite link to have them come back. There was a lot of people who I did recognize the names, so those people I tried to keep, even if they did still have that I'm new role. But if it was someone who never did an orientation, never did an app, the name wasn't at all familiar, just have to send them the link to rejoin and make sure they get their roles selected ASAP and their orientation done so that we can make sure we have a lot of cleanup for the pogs. One of the things they do for their follow-up process when someone new joins the community is going through and making sure that they've had that orientation and trying to schedule those. So it can be a little bit overwhelming when there's like 80 different people who need an orientation, that maybe we're just a pug that only joined once or is somebody's buddy who might not be back for a long time, if at all. So just try to make sure if you invite anyone, tell them just to make sure they get those roles and all that jazz taken care of ASAP, to help reduce some of the bloat on their end. Also, really appreciate the pogs who have been able to keep that stuff running, getting orientations done, and all that jazz. If you're one of the people that still has green in your name and you are here, please see Dawn, Scott, myself. If you still need an orientation, make sure you get that Who's Who card done because everyone wants to be nosy.
Awesome. Thank you, G'day. Appreciate that. Cool. And yeah, just another thing to mention that like we are obviously always open for feedback. We definitely appreciate like questions, comments, like creative concerns, like critiques, things like that. So we do have like obviously you can speak out with different people about their different areas, but we also have like a form that you can use in the Resonant Explain channel if you want to be anonymous. We have a channel in the Discord, so you can either reach out to us, post in the channel, or use the form. All those are things that work, and we also meet like weekly as leadership. So if you like want to be able to talk to us like in VC all at once, we can try to get you in one of those as well. So definitely reach out. We really appreciate everyone who gives us their feedback and their comments and stuff. That's how we've made this place as good as it is by listening to all that. So appreciate you all. And yeah, so towards the end here, we have our little open forum. So if anyone has thought of any like appreciation or kudos like throughout the meeting, or if there's anything you wanted to ask or mention, this is the perfect time for that before we close here in a few minutes. Oh, I thought of one. Also much appreciate everyone who brings different utility things to raid because it makes it so much better. So thank you for bringing mage food, warlock stones, things like that, mass barriers, all that. We appreciate it. Darknesses, that's all amazing. So warrior shout.
Didn't even say power infusion.
Oh, that goes without saying, right? always appreciate those PIs as well. And lusts, yeah, of course. Of course. All right, well, awesome. Well, unless anyone has anything else, we can close this for now and do some death roll for those that are interested. Thank you everyone for stopping by. We definitely appreciate getting to see everyone and giving you all a chance to ask us things or talk about things and us to go over some stuff. So helps us all be on the same page. So appreciate you all for taking some time.
Some of the notes from chat while we were talking is Vex said he's gunning for every prize that doesn't involve winning. An absolute good sport if I've ever seen one. Rob Paulson says Mo is a quack. And Slowden says mediocrity is its own reward. This tier was a joke. Sad. Michael Sarah as George Michael Bluth's Charlie Brown theme. And Slowden can't talk, but anyway.
I didn't hit the wrong button. What are you talking about?
All right. So should I stop recording?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks all for tuning in. For those on the VOD, appreciate you.